Hey guys, I'm back. My name's Megan. I am the woman's perspective again to the coaching. And today we are going to be talking about embracing God as your ultimate leader. So a lot of us always typically will look up to other people. It can be Hollywood, it could be like, the celebrities and stuff. It could be maybe a role model in our life. But what we don't realize is what we really should be looking up is to God. Okay? It is essential to remember that God is the ultimate leader. Our demeanor should not reflect a negative attitude towards his leadership. So I'm going to break down some key points here. So, serving while groaning can be hidden with pride or ungratefulness. If we are ungrateful for what we have, why would God give us more? And you know what? I can relate so much to this. You truly want to be grateful for what you have. This is something that will open up the door to receive more. I went from having a pretty easygoing life. And then when I went through a lot of trauma with my dad passing away and a lot of other family members, and a lot in my life had taken place that took me from being up here all the way down here. I lost my business, finances were rough. There was a lot of humility in that situation and in that season. And what it did is it made me realize like how just like that things could be taken. And God had me in that season, and what it did was it actually allowed me to be appreciative of the things that I had. And that is why like God has blessed me abundantly, but just like that, it could be taken. And I know that. But I want to provide hope to whoever is going through a rough season. It doesn't mean that it's going to be that way forever. So, again, pride will basically hide us. I should say, pride is going to get in the way of us receiving more. If we could like put ourselves in that humble place, not false humility, but in that place, it will actually provide us with more. God is a loving father, and basically he wants to spoil us. Okay. Hidden pride can be I'm too good for this, or I only deserve this, and that is something I can relate to as well, guys. I went from having my own tanning salon, and then when it shut down, I for a season had to go work like jobs that I would have had worked in high school. So I thought I was too good for those positions. And then when I ended up getting, in that season, and I seen that just like that things could be taken, I'm like, I don't deserve this. I shouldn't be working this. And I remember, hearing that as long as I talked like that, I wasn't going to receive more. We got to almost accept where we're at, and then he will bless us with more when we're appreciative for what we have, because there's somebody out there that would love to have that job. um we don't deserve anything. To be honest, we all deserve, you know, to perish, and for, as they would call it, hell. I mean, like, there's not one of us that are perfect, not one. Okay. So we got to get out of that mindset of what we deserve and what we don't deserve. Okay. Self sabotage or you know, self sabotage and self deprecation. I'm too good for this is the belief that serving others is beneath your talent and therefore not worth you or your effort. The thought process lacks gratefulness because for other people, it could be walking a path that seems minor to you, but means the world to them. Okay. That's another thing, guys, that I didn't realize myself is that a lot of people don't realize that something could maybe be minor to you, but be so important or big to somebody else. We're not all the same. So I only deserve this is a thought that you are only made to serve, and enjoyment that is not serving disappoints God. This is a false belief that limits God's power and plan for your life. Serving is an important part of our calling, but it should not be the only thing we focus on. God has given us unique talents and interests that He wants us to use for His glory in all aspects of our life. Okay, so God wants us, guys, to be able to lead his people, to help his people. He doesn't want us to self sabotage. See, self sabotaging your life is one of the worst things because you were behind it. Okay. And we need to come up with solutions to our problems. Okay. So if right now you're in a season and you're doing things and going through things that you don't necessarily want to be going through and you don't necessarily think you deserve to be going through. Give it time. Okay. That season doesn't mean that you're going to be in that season forever. We tend to think that we're always going to be in the same situation all the time. That's just not the case, guys. Okay. Seasons change so quickly. When we actually get the lesson of what we're trying to learn, that makes all the difference. We need to realize, what are we trying to learn in the current season that we're in? What are we trying to learn? What is God trying to show us? And when we get in that mindset, we're going to actually move quicker through the journey. And the one leader that we should always look up to is God. He can take our life that's going nowhere or that seems like it is impossible to be turned around for anything at all. And he can somehow turn it around to make it absolutely beautiful. But a lot of us think we know better and don't give him a chance to really do what he wants to do. And that's a leader that we all should want to look up to. I mean, he is so merciful, graceful, compassionate. He's tough on us because he wants us to do better. He wants us to live better and live a happier life. But a lot of us think we know better. And if we could just take that pride aside and let him truly work, we would see so much difference in our life. So what I did was is I started, instead of complaining every day that I didn't deserve to be in the situation that I was in, because I, was living a life that people would look down upon, I started thanking God for giving me the opportunity to have a job. And then as I did that, I started to see more things in my life be blessed. God started to bless me in more areas that I never knew could even happen. But first, I needed to accept that God was good all the time. And this is something that a lot of us have trouble doing. We complain more than anything else. And something I learned is the more you complain, the more you'll remain. Get an attitude of saying, okay, what is he trying to show me? How can I get out of this? And you'll see things turn around. So let's look at God as the ultimate leader. And let's try to spread the good news and be good disciples and watch your life turn around. Again, guys, I'm Megan. This is the woman's perspective to basically getting to become the best version of yourself that you possibly could be. And I hope you enjoy the videos. I will see you in my next one, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye.